Okay, so the plan is to pretty much just build another cord like the first one I made, but this time have room for improvement and not be limited by small stupid things I should have done here and there. It was a simple build last time. It was pretty much all stock. It just had the engine bay tucked, and then I decided to throw a turbo kit on there, tune it on E85, and that's it. Nothing special on that one. Um, so I was limited by the clutch because it was a stock clutch and autos on replacement, and I think I was pushing 330 wheel. It wasn't slipping noticeably because it was actually holding the power. And every time I boosted higher than what I was pushing, it would actually start slipping. So I had to keep turning it down. It was obviously stock rods, so I was actually scared to go even higher. Um, it ran for 18,000 miles, as a matter of fact, and I towards the end I was kind of trying to blow it by just beating on it constantly and racing left and right, but it just didn't go, and eventually it pretty much got boring. So this time I'm gonna try to build it properly, not go for crazy power, but not have small little stock parts limiting me or getting held back by anything. So forged pistons, rods, those are the main improvements. The clutch, already got it. It was the differential that got me last time. It was an open diff, so I would spin like crazy. As soon as I took off, it was either one wheel or the other that would let go, and no matter how good my tires were, one would just slip. So here's a quick sneak peek of the parts. I am going to make a full unboxing video like I said, but I'm still waiting on some parts to come in. So yeah, here's a quick overview. So I got the S300, the Weseco pistons. So these are all the old parts, not all the old parts. So I gave everything to my brother so he can use on his Accord, but everything he didn't use he gave back. So pretty much I got the feed line, some Honda boost controller back, and some other stuff. Catch can. We got the ARP bolts, injectors, the clutch, the rods. The LSD was in there and it's in there now, but I'll talk about that later. The CncWerx stuff. And yeah, this is it. The turbo though, it's a Garrett turbo, but my fabricator has it. He's making a top mount for me right now, and so I gotta wait for that to come back. So it's gonna be the top mount, the downpipe he's making, and yeah, just waiting on a bunch more parts, but this is pretty much it right here, what I got so far. Alright, this is what we're going to start with right here. It's a 94 Accord LX. I actually bought it running a couple weeks ago. Had 400,000 miles, but it's in surprisingly good shape. The paint is rough, but the body itself has no dents anywhere on it. So it's a good fixer-upper. Although I'm going to just leave it all stock on the outside. So far on the inside, what I got done is I removed absolutely everything I could. Except for what I'm going to retain, so still going to keep the shifter cables, the power steering, obviously the wiring here. And the only modifications I'm doing to the car itself, besides obviously the aftermarket parts I'm going to put on it, is deleted the ABS, so that's going to require changing out all the brake lines that were originally here leading to the big old box right here. This is what I took off. They all went to the master cylinder, and I had to go to the junkyard and locate a hard line that goes from, not this proportioning valve, but this one I got off a 91 Integra. Just gonna swap that out really quick, and the hard line off of a non-ABS Accord. It's gonna run through here and into the fender well. Also, the heater core is gonna be removed, and everything that has to do with air conditioning inside, the fan and all the ducts. But I'm still gonna retain all the stock interior. So I just finished sanding the valve cover, so I could go ahead and cut and weld the fittings right here. Boom and boom. Sanded it with this wheel. At the same time, I'm waiting for these intercooler tabs to cool down because I just cut them. I just finished cutting this bracket. That's going to be for the bottom of the intercooler, the lower mount. And there it is. Just needs to get cleaned up and welded. Alright, now that it's all sanded, where I'm going to put the fitting, I'm just going to try to find the center of it. I already scratched where I thought it was going to be, so just going to poke it. And there you go. A little bit more. And there you go. So I just finished welding up the catch can fittings, and I've only welded aluminum once before, and that was a couple years ago when I built the other Accord the first time. So I guess this isn't that bad. I mean, it's decent, it's gonna hold up, and after it gets powder coated it's gonna look a little bit better. So pretty much this is how it's gonna look right here. Boom, there's gonna be a couple of those, and I'm considering putting 2 more here and here. I don't know if it's gonna hit the turbo because I'm getting the top mount made, so I don't know exactly how that's gonna look, but I think I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go for it and put them right there. Boom. And we'll see how it goes. Alright, and I got all 4 of them finished now. These are the first 2 right here. And the second ones actually look a lot better. It's really clean all the way down the side. I just want to put a little bit too much filler, but overall I'm satisfied. And now I'm just going to go get it powder coated, 2-stage powder coat, red. A nice bright red, and it's going to be ready to bolt on. Now I just gotta finish absolutely everything. I just finished up tacking the intercooler in. Just a custom brackets right there. And that's how it's gonna look. Okay, now I have my brackets, and just like I did the top with the bolt going all the way through, and the bracket on the back, same thing on the bottom. Right through there. And this bracket with the hole. Right there, gonna hold it in place. Like that. Now I just gotta clean that up with the wire wheel and weld it up. And that was just to get a rough idea of where I'm going to take the paint off to prep it for welding. Okay, so I bolted it on here first. That way when I weld it on, I know for sure it's in the right place. Alright, so this is where the brackets ended up right there. There's a little bit of a gap right here, but I'm only going to weld about an inch because it's not really a structural piece. It's just to hold it from rattling. And this is what's going to be holding all the weight, and I'm going to weld that all the way through right there. And the driver's side actually ended up perfect. Look at that. Boom. And that's tack it right there. Welded about an inch, and it's perfect fitment. It's bolted up nice and tight. Same thing up top. And that's gonna do it. You gotta weld it up. Okay, so I just finished tacking it in. This side's tacked in right there. And this side is a little bit more awkward to weld, so it came out shitty. And then now I'm gonna just take off the intercooler and finish welding it up so that nothing's in the way. Alright, I had these all tacked in last time I was in the garage. Now it's time to finish welding them all up. This is how it turns out. I let it focus. There's that one. That one was contaminated because the paint on the inside kept coming through, so it bubbled up at the beginning and at the end. But besides that, it was pretty smooth. And this one was pretty straightforward because I lowered the power a little bit, so it wouldn't melt all the way through. Alright, this one up here is going to be a little bit more of a challenge because I'm going to try to fill this little gap with this. Which, I don't know, I'm probably going to go up and down, slowly build it up. And it's not going to be as straightforward as this one right here where I just tap right in the middle and it melts all through cleanly. Good luck. Me. Alright, so I just finished up the top ones and it was surprisingly painless. So what actually ended up happening is the top part and the bottom part fused together as I went. So all I had to do was hold the torch and bring it over. Same thing on this side. And in summary, there they go. There's that ugly weld. There's a pretty cute one. And ready to mount the intercooler.